Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Happiness Channel with Monica. And I am Monica. And that's my cat behind us. One of the three that I have. I am an animal lover, so you will on occasion see an animal behind me while I'm shooting a video. I hope you enjoyed my little welcome video. This is our first happiness hack that I am introducing. I have so many to choose from, and I feel they're all important, but I have to choose one. And so this one is called segment intending. And I learned this one from Abraham Hicks. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of her, but I adore her and I've learned a lot from her. And so this is called segment intending, and basically it is your day-to-day life has several different segments in it, right? From the moment you wake up to the moment you take off maybe to work, or you begin to work if you work at home, and then between that time and your first break, and then from that time until your next break or until it's time to head on home. Therefore, your day is, there's another cat. Your day, our day, everybody's day is divided into segments. And the purpose of this exercise, which is called segment intending, is to put your intentions out there before or the start of the actual segment that you're about to live. So for example, today is Saturday and I just came back from swimming some laps in the neighborhood pool, and now I'm gonna do this video and then I'm just gonna relax and enjoy a nice dinner. And so my segment would be the beginning of getting ready for dinner, right? So the segment would be, I am heading out to dinner, and it's gonna be, let's say I'm driving, right? I'm not driving anywhere, I'm gonna have dinner at home, but let's just say that we're driving, right? I'm driving somewhere. So I would say my intention for this segment is to have a pleasant drive to the restaurant. I'm going to encounter all green lights. I'm going to encounter nothing but pleasant and good drivers, courteous drivers. I am going to have only green lights. It's going to be smooth. When I get to the parking lot of the restaurant, I'm going to find a spot right in front. Or if it's valet, the valet is going to be ready for me right as soon as I get there. And then the next segment would be after I've parked the car and gotten off or about to get off, then the next segment would be, and then I would do a next segment intention for that segment of the day. And it would say something like, segment intending for my dinner. I'm going to walk in, there's not going to be a long wait. The hostess is going to be pleasant. She's going to seat me in a perfect spot in the restaurant. It's going to have a lovely view. I'm going to get the best server of the restaurant. He or she is going to be super friendly, super helpful. It's going to be quick with everything that I ask for. The water is going to come right away. The drinks are going to come right away. The silverware, the plates will be there. My cook or the cook at the restaurant that's going to be cooking my food is going to do a fantastic job. The food that I'm going to eat is going to come out in a very timely fashion, and it's going to taste delicious, and I am going to have the best experience throughout dinner. And that would be my next segment, right? And then after I'm done eating and I have this amazing time at dinner with this wonderful hostess and this wonderful server that attended me and this delicious food, then the next segment would be driving to the next location, whether it be a friend's house, which is where I'm going to go. And so then again, I'm going to do a segment intention for that next part between leaving the restaurant and getting to my friend's house. So it's going to say something like, I'm glad I had a wonderful dinner. It went exactly as expected, as I intended. And now my drive to my friend's house is going to be perfect. It's going to be smooth driving just like before. I'm going to get all green lights. I'm going to have courteous and good drivers all around me. It's going to be a smooth ride. It's going to be pleasant. The radio is going to be playing great music while I drive there, or the podcast that I'm listening to is going to be great. It's going to be wonderful, and it's going to be a pleasant ride all the way to my friend's house. Right? You can make the segments, the intentions as long or as short as you want, depends on how much time you have, of course. And then of course when I get to my friend's house, then I'm going to do my next intention. This is a lot of work, as you can see, but you can make it as simple or as complex as you want. And as the time goes, you will get better at it, and you will remember to do it, because I do actually forget a lot of times to do it until I'm actually in the middle of my segment and maybe something is going awry or it's not going perfect. And I think to myself, ooh, I forgot to do my segment intending. And so as time goes on, you'll get better at it. If you have to put reminders, I'm a big believer in putting reminders on your phone or whatever device you have with you that will just remind you to do certain things. So if this is one of those things that you may need reminders for, feel free to take up that option of putting a small reminder into your phone, maybe a couple times a day, just saying segment intentions. And so that'll kind of get you back into it, like, oh shoot, right, I forgot to do my segment intending. And it is unbelievable how great it works. I'm talking about, I do segment intending while I'm on my way to the mall, where I know the parking is going to be a headache. It's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? A nightmare. Because I live in Miami. This is a very metropolis city. Metropolis? Is that rural? It's very populated, is what I'm trying to say. And a lot of people that live in my town do the same things for fun. So the malls get packed, the beaches get packed, everything gets packed. So it's very hard a lot of times for people in Miami to find good parking spots wherever it is that they decide to go to, whether it's the supermarket or whether it's a restaurant or whether it's the doctor's office. But there is always a lot of traffic all over the place, and parking is very scarce oftentimes. And so when I do segment intending, and sometimes I think you're supposed to do, I don't know how you're supposed to do it, because I don't think there's a supposed way to do this particular technique. But a lot of times what I'll do is, because I know that I will forget to do the next intention or the next segment intending, so I'll do 2 or 3 in a row. And so I'll say, I'm on my way to the restaurant. I know when I get there, I'm going to find great parking. And I know that the ride there is going to be great, and it's going to be smooth, and it's going to be perfect. And I know that when I get to the restaurant, the hostess, see, that'll be my next segment, but I'm already predicting that segment is going to be, this and this and this and this. And I know that my next segment, which will be from the restaurant on the way to my friend's house, is going to be like this and like this and like this. And then, I'll do like 2 or 3 segment intendings in a row, just to save me a little bit of, oops, I forgot. and then of course, when I get to my friend's house, then that'll be, I'm assuming it's going to go well, because she's my friend and we have a lot of fun when we're together, and we do a lot of chit-chatting and a lot of catching up when we do get together in person. So I know it's going to go well, but either way, it's always a good idea to do a little segment intending and say, she's going to be in a good mood, I'm going to be in a good mood, her pets are going to be in a good mood, and I'm going to have a lot of fun when I'm there, and it's going to be great, and there's going to be a lot of laughter and a lot of happiness and a lot of bonding, and it's going to be great, and we're going to have so much fun, and it's going to feel awesome, or whatever adjectives you want to put in there. And then of course, the ride home is going to be smooth. I'm just going to get straight home. I'm going to make it in one shot. It's going to be quick. It's going to be easy. It's going to be, again, great music on the radio. And I'm going to be wide awake all the way home, even if it's late. And it's going to be a great ride home, and like that. And then you could just do it as often as you can, as often as you want. And you will be surprised when, I forgot. See, I have a little bit of ADHD, as I told you. So I think I was like, wait a minute, I was on track to say something, and then I kind of got distracted. Here in Miami, it's really hard to find parking spots. So I do a lot of segment intending right before running errands, and I intend to find a spot right in front of the door. And, sometimes it's good to walk. It's good to have a little bit of exercise, but the heat in Miami will kill you. It is like suffocating sometimes. You just go outside and you're sweating immediately as soon as you go outdoors. So it's important a lot of times in this heat to find a parking spot closest to the entrance of wherever it is you're going. And so I do that segment intending a lot, and my daughter gets surprised often because I'll tell her we're gonna get a spot as soon as we get there. We're gonna find a spot right in front of the door, and she'll be like, yeah, right. And so we do, because I do my own little private segment intending in my head before I head out. And usually I do find a spot right in front of the door. So that is one little thing that you can do to improve your experience throughout the day, even if it's just a little bit. Again, these videos or these happiness hacks are intended for you, again, to either resonate with them and say, oh, this is a good one, I think that I can try this and I think it will help and it will work for me. And then there's some that you may think, nah, not for me, and then just let those go. So if this one you feel is a good one and it resonates with you and you feel it is something you can do and you want to do, try it out. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about this, and if you've done it before, how well does it work for you? And again, if you like this video, please go ahead and put a thumbs up, like it, share it if you know somebody that might benefit from it, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you. I care for you. I'm here for you. And as always, there is great love here for you. Till the next time.